Hello to my low brass players. This video is for all my trombone players and baritone players. And of course at home, I've only got my trombone. And so we're gonna treat the baritones and the trombones similarly here. This is to get you guys through your warm-ups for the week of April 6th. And this is all gonna be coming from our fundamental warm-ups #2 sheet, which should be in your band binder. We're gonna go through long tone #1 together, Remington #1, and flexibility #1 all together. Be sure you're playing these every day. So for long tone #1, let's start there. I'm going to double check my key signature. I see 2 flats, B flat, E flat, key of B flat. I'm double checking to make sure that I know all of the notes, and these ones look really, really easy. And so I don't feel like I need to name notes on this one. I'm going to go ahead and set my metronome for 60 beats per minute so that I'm playing very slow, and I'm aiming for a very steady, controlled sound on every note. And perfect accuracy if I'm a trombone player for pitch, making sure that my 3rd position is where it belongs and sounds correct. Same for 4th and 6th positions. Long tone #1. Okay, so some of those notes you could hear me using my lips to try and raise the pitch on, and so that made some of them almost buzzy and hummy. So you want to be sure to try and avoid that in your playing at home. Next up, let's go to our Remington #1. And again, I'm going to check my key signature first. B flat, E flat, key of B flat. We like that one. And I'm going to check for any notes that might need review here. So I do see a note in measure 20. It's marked as an E natural. I may need to review that on page 46 of my book, 47 of my book, whichever it's on. I see an E flat in measure 22. This is not a new note. It should not need reviewed, but it's in parentheses just to remind us that we don't need to play the E natural that we played in measure 20. Measure 26, we may want to review our D flat, and measure 30, we may want to review our B natural. Now, for a Remington exercise, just to make things really, really easy, I have actually put notational markings above all of these notes for you. And so you can see that the F would be 1st position, E natural 2nd, F 1st position, E natural 3rd. Please do not let the notational markings get in the way of knowing the note names for these, but this should make your Remington exercise very, very easy to play for a brass player. So again, I'm going to tongue the 1st note. If I am a baritone player, I'm going to slur to the next note, which means not tongue it. If I'm a trombone player, I'm going to make sure that I play these 2 notes smoothly without break, but I do need to tongue the 2nd note lightly. Okay, I've got my metronome on 60 beats per minute, and I'm aiming for steady, controlled sound. Remington #1. I have my slide lock still locked. Don't do that, guys. Let's try it again. Remington #1. Okay, so 2 corrections that I would be looking to make when I go back is I would make sure my slide is not locked, And I would also make sure here in the final two measures, F to B flat. This is a true slur. I do not need to tongue the B flat no matter what my instrument is. And you could hear me go to slur that, but my B flat didn't speak right away. And the reason it didn't speak right away is I had my lips too tight for that F. And so when I went to relax down to B flat, it didn't come out. I would want to make sure that I go back, stay a little more relaxed, and make sure that I get my switch from F down to B flat. Okay, and lastly, we're going to look at flexibility number one. Now, this really makes a lot of sense right now because I just had issues with this. Flexibility number one, let's check our key signature. Two flats, B flat, E flat, key of B flat. Now, I have positional notation above the notes again, but you'll notice there's only positional notation for every three notes, and that's because these are what are called lip slurs. So I will tongue the first note and then not tongue the consecutive notes. I'm using my lips to vibrate myself from the higher note to the lower note. So I'm going from my smaller aperture on the higher notes with a faster vibration to a larger aperture on the lower notes and a slower vibration because I'm relaxing my lips. Okay, so this is our flexibility number one. I can see I have an E flat and an A flat. Those are all third position notes. We're good with that. Our fourth position, D and low G. Everyone's been through those. And then sixth position, here's our C and low F in sixth position. So we're going to have some pretty low notes coming up. So again, 60 beats per minute, looking for steady sound. And as you can hear in the final note, I do need to tongue from low F up to B flat because I have changed position to get to those notes. And if your tongue and your slide don't hit at the same time, just like mine did, you'll hear a little bit of a gliss in there. So work to move your slide very, very fast. Fast slide, long tongue, okay? So good luck, guys. Play this every single day this week, all right? Send me your recordings of what you're doing at home, your band karate, your solo, or you can send me any of your warm-up files or send me playing a song, whatever you've done that's fun, okay? And I hope to see everyone in our Zoom meeting this week.